Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting!
Welcome back. Today we are going to finish decorating our fabric house junk journal. These are some time cards I bought online, and I figured I'd make a tag. I'm trying to think, where did I have the 25? Did I put the 25 up and behind their head? Having a bit of a think here. All right. What I do know is I want the 2 and the 5 to be together like that. So we're going to add a little glue here to do that. And a little glue down here to do that. I also know I want this inked. So let's pull out scrap paper and ink. I'm just trying to decide if I want to cut it shorter, make it a pocket, and have them sticking above the pocket. I can't quite decide what I want to do in that regard. I want to go a little darker than my antique linen, so we're going to grab some tea dye. Definitely going to need to do some stamping on this thing. Stop there. Let's see. Let's pull it back over. This page we're working on. It's going to go on like so. All right. I definitely want to tag the corners at the top. Here's our tag top. Gents go there. 25 go there. And I'm actually kind of like it like that and hanging off. Fold this up to be a pocket. Just trying to decide if I like the legless gentleman. And I'm actually okay with it. All right, let's grab this. Put that over. And cut it off like so. And that is not straight, so let's straighten that up. That'll go on like that. Let's straighten the bottom. Our gents will go like so. Our 25 will go up here. Our pocket will go like that. Let's do him go down a little bit more because yeah, that's okay. Let's see what else we've got that might work to kind of like collage behind. That, oh, I like that. Yes. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to move all of this stuff out of the way because I need inking and stamping on these pieces too. Because yeah, it's still too light. Still want to go a little darker. So let's pull this over. Let's do some more. Let's start with tea dye again, and I may pull in some vintage photo. Because it may be that we don't need to go darker once we start adding some stamping. Now I'm going to grab scorched timber and ink my edges. And now the tea dye is not working for me. I think I may go very light-handed scorched timber oxide. Now, let's see. We need to start with some backgrounding stamping. Grab something. All right, I've pulled out, it's Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous Mr. Rabbit CMS 478 because I want to use this broken up plaid. And I'm going to use First Fine Clair, but I really don't want it as intense as this is going to be. So I'm going to start by stamping it off onto a piece of paper. And then stamp it on like so. Even that's a little darker than I wanted. Can I smoosh it out a little bit more before it dries? Probably should have used distress ink because then I could spritz water on it and it'd do something, but First Fine Clair is waterproof once it dries, although they're mostly going to cover that. Let's see, where do they go to? They're going there. All right, I can live with that because they're covering up the rest of that. Okay, so let's clean off the stamp, switch to Rustic Wilderness for the other side. And yeah, I was not thinking about flicking some water until after I stamped and went, oh, it'd be nice if I could flick some water on it. And I think I'm going to do Rustic Wilderness and Oxide on the other side. Yes, maybe. Oh my goodness. Dog dying out there, or at least he thinks he is. Let me go check on him. I'll be right back. Okay, so I wasn't loving the plaid. So I pulled out another one for my stash and I inked it this time just with Vintage Photo. And I've pulled out some other stamps from some Tim Holtz sets. This is from Woodland CMS 476. This guy's from the new set Tidbits CMS 488. And then the clear ones are from sets by Crafty by Tony. So let's start stamping. Now I'm just going to decide. And I'm going to also use the script set from the Poinsettia, which is CMS 426. So let's bring my mat back over. And woo, we're going to get to stamping stuff. All right. So the script I am just going to do in, kind of wondering, do I want to do, let's see what it looks like on the back so I can decide if that's what I want to use. I think I kind of do. I think I kind of want to do, and what I'm going to also do so it's a little less clear is I'm going to go off to the side and spritz it with a little water. So it'll be more watery in effect. I'm going to stamp that there. Do it again. I think what I'm going to do is put a little tick mark with a pencil where the pocket goes to, just so I know I don't need to worry about below that line. Oh, see, and that was a little wet. And so it smudged a little, which is fine. I kind of like that. I'm probably going to do a light spritzing of water. And then the gentlemen go to like extra time. That's where their heads, the tallest one's head stops. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to stamp this up top. And I think for this, I'm going to go Scorched Timber Oxide. It's a little bit darker. That's going to go here. So I'm also going to do some splatter stamping in Vintage Photo. This is from the Toadstool set, I think. let's do there. And actually, let's do it and spritz it. And then I've got other bits that are covering pretty much that blank spot. All right, let's set that off to the side and work on the pocket. I think I'm gonna do the scripty bit as an even lighter background by stamping it off and then stamping it on. Just gonna go like that. Yep, very faint background. And then where's our splats? Let's do some splats. And we're gonna do this over here in green. Then I've got this, which I'm also gonna do in green. And this one I'm gonna stamp on a scrap piece of paper first because it's the first time I'm using a clear stamp. Oh look, and I would have stamped it upside down. So that worked out well. And we're gonna stamp that right there. That works. And again, double check the stamping. And I'm not stamping the 6, which I'm gonna double check to make sure I don't have ink on it, because I'm gonna add a decimal mark. So we're just gonna take something. I'm gonna find something small enough. I'm gonna use the tip of my pen. I'm just gonna get a little ink on it. And I'm gonna put a dot right there so that the total is 115.54. Okay, did I have, oh yes, I have one more. And we're gonna just add a pop of red in here. Lumberjack Plaid Distress ink. Let's test this out and also test which way is right side up. Yep, needs more ink. And I stamped it upside down. Oh well, you can hardly read it anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, let's bring our pieces back over. So that's gonna go on like that. And I'm probably gonna find something to add on because it needs a bit of ephemera, like attached ephemera as opposed to stampy ephemera. I just don't know what yet. Something to go here to find something. But let's do the rest of the stuff and add them on. All right. So our 25 goes here. I still don't have anything. All right, let's grab, where's the scripty stamp go? Let's grab it. And actually, before we do that, I'm gonna put some water in my hand and flick it onto the piece because it'll reactivate the ink. I'll be able to get some blobs. Give it a second to reactivate, everybody, and then come in with a towel and dry it up. It needs a few more drops, and I'm using my Tim Holtz Distress Sprayer, and I'm pulling the trigger slowly so it gives me some big drops of water. Give that a second. Go like so. And I don't know how well it's showing up, but it lifted some of the background ink. So there we go. All right, so this is going there. Let's see if they go there. Yes, but the other pieces are going underneath. Where did the other pieces go? I think my desk ate the other pieces. That's not good. There they are. All right, we're gonna do some crumpling and some inking just to add some more interest. So while it's all crumpled up, I'm gonna ink our crumply edges. Uncrumple and ink the rest of the edges. Do the same thing with this piece. All right, so this piece goes like so. All right, so let's go ahead and add glue to the top. And then when we can, that way we can position it exactly how we want under the 25, which is like that. That's what I want. That. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stick this guy back on. He goes there-ish. Let's try this again. That. All right, we are gonna lop off these legs so that I can then attach them properly. Oops, there we go. Put the feet aside. All right, that's going there, yes. All right, pocket. Uh-oh. People. Rare. Want him like that, so I'm gonna scoot them down more. I lopped too much off. Oh no. That's okay. We're all right with that. That works. All right, so let's glue them here and here. Oh, now we can glue this whole piece on, but let's glue the pocket down first. This way we make sure we place our guys so that they're chopped off legs don't show. Put glue where it didn't need glue. But that's okay, because it's going to get glued onto our page if I can find what I did with the book. And I'll just put fabric tack on the rest of it. Now you could, of course, glue this on as a pocket as well, but I think I'm just going to glue it straight down. And art glitter glue will glue to fabric. It just takes a little longer to grip. All right, let's again open it up so we can apply some pressure, like so. And let's see. That's our front cover. This page is getting this pocket, or this as a pocket, which I made when I did my fabric tags. So I'm gonna just glue it down, and I think to give me more ability to put stuff in and out, I'm just gonna glue it along the bottom and the one side. I'm gonna glue these on as a belly band. And then you've got the hidden spot where I really like the Christmas tree music. What is the song? The Christmas Tree or Kris Kringle. So I don't know that I'm gonna cover it just yet with like coffee dyed paper. And what I'm gonna do is let's do this. We're gonna pop it open. I'm gonna glue these down just so I don't have to worry about them anymore. And what I'm gonna do is glue it down this side and this side so it can be a belly band. Put it up as high as I can go and still have it on my page. Especially since this page still needs roughing up along the edge over here. I need to just sit down and do that and rough up all the edges. All right, so that one's on, and so the next one can go on. And so then you've got 2 on. Yep, perfect. That'll go like that, or something similar will fit back there. So there's part of me that's thinking maybe I do turn this into a tag that'll go in here. Yep. I may do that. I may just find something that I like better for decorating it with the plaid on there, and turn that into a tag to go in here. Yes, my dog has a very hard life and is complaining about that fact right now. I'm gonna have to think about that. And I gotta figure out what else do we have left. Let's see. Gotta do the front cover piece. These need decorating and I haven't pulled anything out for that yet. This page is getting that little girl and the Merry Christmas. And we're gonna do a tag to go inside with her. So that's gonna go on there. Got that. This needs some decorating. Got those gents there. That one's done. I need this to go here and some more bits to decorate and a tag to go in it. And that needs something and that needs something. Okay, I pulled some stuff out for decorating this page up. And this is from like one of the ephemera pack things by Tim Holtz from this year. And there were 2 of them. So I figured, ooh, look, and we can glue them on so that they're belly bands. And then I just wanted to do a little bit of decorating on there. So for one, we're gonna do the circle die cut piece and a poinsettia. And this one, I had another piece out. Where did it go? Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Let me see if I can find it. Ah. Here it is. And for this one, I figured we could do that. So I'm gonna need to trim them down. And I think what I'm gonna do is just line it up, open it up, grab my scissors, and cut across. So it goes on like that. Let's kind of glue this one down by gluing just the ends. We're making a belly band, and ooh, that did not cut straight. Okay. On the plus side, we're gonna put that right there and that like that. And so it'll cover up the fact that I didn't cut that straight. And I'm just gonna put glue here. And let's do this and try and cut straighter. Do a little bit better on that one. And we're just gonna do the same thing. And then these were from one of the Tim Holtz packs, so I figured I'd just tuck those in like so. And then that flips open and that flips open. And then for the tag to go back there, I pulled some other stuff out, but I want to do more stamping than just that with that grungy plaid. So let me grab that back. Then let's see, I pulled out some more Tim Holtz Ephemera bits and bobs. I keep buying it and not using it. So this is from, I don't know what year. So just use what you have. And so this is gonna go on the bottom to give Santa something to sit on. I think I need to ink these edges because this was gonna be something else previously, so I'm seeing a little bit of the bottom show through. And I think I am actually, as I'm inking, I've decided let's go ahead and do a little corner round on those edges. Let's come back. This goes down here. Santa stands like so. Oops, let's get him over so he's on. Then we add some stars. Like that. Actually, let's swap that and that because I'm gonna add a little piece of ruffle as a topper to the tag. All right, I think that's good to go. Finding with the Tim Holtz ephemera bits, when gluing them together, because they've got a bit of a gloss to them, you need to give it like a little bit more time for it to catch and hold. I'm actually feeling the need to ink the edges on this one. And then add this piece to the bottom. I think it's sticking. All right, eck. Right, let's glue this piece on. We're just gonna find where Santa goes, set him down, add glue to him, and then we'll tuck that pesky star that does not want to cooperate in underneath. Then we can put topper on like so. With Fabri-Tac. Also going to add a little glue to the stitches just to make sure it doesn't come unsewn since I cut it. All right, I'm going to set this off to the side for a little bit and let the Fabri-Tac dry before we put it in, because otherwise it might stick where we don't want it to stick. All right, let's pull this over. Got that needs something for the pocket. I'm going to use one of the fabric covered tags to go in there. This is getting that guy. let's do this page. And I had a bit of a think, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to stick her to the back of the frame, put a piece of vellum in, and then put a tag behind. I like that idea. I also want to grab a marker and color her so that she pops a little bit more. So let me go grab a Copic marker. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've grabbed R56, which is currant, so it's not a red, and I should have grabbed a green so I could do her muff in a different color. I'm gonna grab a green to do her muff and her hat. And I've just grabbed green G24. Oh, I can talk. Really, I can. I think I'm gonna do a second coat of the red. Hopefully it won't mess this up. Not ideal. And this is why I try and do it in one coat, because the alcohol starts pushing itself around and we get streaky. But it's okay. So she's gonna get glued on there. So let's go ahead and just put some glue along here and here, and then we can figure out her placement. And then I've already pre-cut a piece of vellum to go behind. So we're just gonna glue that on. I'm doing this, I realized I want more glue towards the top because we're using this as a pocket, so I don't want stuff getting caught on the vellum. So let's come in and just run glue underneath the top of the vellum. Make sure it's glued down solidly at the top. So there we go. I'm gonna grab my Fabri-Tac. Since we're gluing to fabric, it just works a little bit better. It's probably said a million times in this video. And we're gonna leave the top open and just glue down the side, bottom, and up this side. We're gonna glue that on. Open this up so I can press it down more fully. And I'm going to use one of these tags as the tag to go behind. I'm going to do a tab at the top. And these are by Angela Kerr. Fold that over. I think, yeah, we're going to ink that and add that so that we can pull it out easily. Let's grab a dauber, some Rustic Wilderness, ink the edges of this. But actually, before we attach, I want to do inking and stamping on the tag, because I don't think I want it white. Let's start with the inking. Go with some tea dye. I'm just having a moment's thought about what I want to do. I'm gonna grab some Post-its and block off that, that. I'm gonna grab this stamp again and clean it off. All right, and I've grabbed Distress Oxide Lumberjack Plaid. I'm gonna ink it up. Don't want this to be too bright, so we're gonna stamp it off over here. Then I'm going to spritz it a little. And see how this goes. Fingers crossed. I don't know if yeah, no, okay. All right, so that's our background. Still a little on the dark side, but what we're gonna do now is mist it. Do that. Let that dry for a sec. And it needs a focal image, something. I want to do that. And we're going to have our tab up here. So let's go ahead and glue the tab on. And yeah, we're going to glue that on. Because when that goes into the pocket, she'll be standing in front of a tree. Let's give that another minute to dry. Oh, this I pulled out a couple bits and bobs to decorate over here with. So I've got a piece of music paper. I'm just gonna tear that off and ink with a brown dauber. So whatever brown's on there. Then this is a ticket I made using stamps by Crafty by Tony. And I was gonna do, maybe go like that and like that. I feel like it needs a third thing. No, actually having a third on there is just not working for me. Let's just go there and there. Edges need to be inked. Got that pull out. And I think I'm gonna leave that for now. Got a pocket there, I got a pocket there. I'm gonna make a pocket that goes here. And I got vellum to go behind this piece, but I think I wanna do a rub-on the vellum first. So let's pull over our rub-ons. I think I like that Happy Christmas with the poinsettia. Okay, what I'm gonna do, because I wanna make sure it shows, and if I just put it on the vellum, there's a good chance I'll put it in the wrong spot. We're gonna glue this on. All right, let's stick this on. Ooh, that is not gonna come off. All right, it's going there because it's like, I'm stuck. Oh yeah, I like that. And let's use our Fabri-Tac and glue this on, and let's go like that so it's flatter. Vellum hanging over the top, so let's trim that off before we glue this down. All right, let's stick him in. He should be dry. So he goes in like that. We've got our so he's back there. I like that. Let's flip this over and stick her tag in. Oh yeah, I like that. So she's standing in front of the tree. Oh, I really like how that came out. That page done, that. All right, I definitely need some stuff for pockets, but I think what we're gonna do is go ahead and finish the cover and call it quits for now. All right, let's open ourselves out all the way so that when we glue, things will stay stuck. Probably should have done the cover before I put the squishiness on the back. Let's pull that out. It'll make it a little easier. All right, now these are the Holtz baseboards and transparency set, I think. And so we've got a transparency that is, maybe it goes this way. Yep, just fits. So we're gonna glue the transparency in place. Now what I need to do is I need to grab something to put underneath along. Let's see what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna have fireplace. Santa Claus and fireplace on a tag that's gonna come in and out, I think, from the side there. So I want to give us a little bit more room for them to come in and out. So I'm gonna grab some comic book board to put along the edges to just lift this up a little bit. So let me go do that. I'll be right back. All right, so I've got some pieces of comic book board and I cut for the top and bottom. Not quite as even as I would like, but that's all right. 2 pieces, so I figure 2 strips should give us enough extra lift to make it easier to slide our tag in and out. So I'm just gonna grab 2 pieces, and these are 5 by a 1/2 inch because this measures 5 across. Let's try and get it on straight. And just remember which side we need to add these, which since the gap here is skinnier, I went with a 1/4 inch and didn't quite cut it short enough. So we'll trim that off and I'll just do it by hand. And I think I'm just gonna glue these pieces together, and they're roughly a 1/4 inch because I use my Tim Holtz, what is it, mixed media rotary trimmer, which I really like for cutting stuff like this because it's thicker than paper, but there's no 1/4 inch measurement. Like I can't determine where a 1/4 inch is on the thing, so it was kind of like, let's just wing that. All right, let's grab a pencil, make a mark where we need to cut, and cut that. Like so, and then glue this on. Let's just double check one more time, make sure we're gluing it on the right spot. Yes, it goes down like that. So this side's the side that needs the piece to go on. And there we go. That's just gonna give us a little bit of space for our tag, which let's go ahead and do a little measuring. So I think we're gonna make our tag 4 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, before my brain freezes and I forget, we said 4 3/4 5 and a quarter. I'm gonna grab some of my Tim Holtz papers. I'm wondering, these are the worn wallpapers. Let's see what we got in here. Because they measure, oh, and they're blank on the back. That's actually 5 by 8. All right, let's find one we like. Where's our Santa and his fireplace? I think I like this one better. So let's get our paper trimmer out and cut our piece of paper. All right, so we got that. We got Santa and the fireplace. Let's figure out, want Santa to go there, and then the fireplace goes like that. So I'm gonna put glue on Santa, flip it up again. Probably should put the fireplace so that the ground is the same for Santa as the fireplace. That would make the most sense. So there's that. And that's gonna have to go at the very bottom of the tag. That's gonna go in like that. Oh yeah. Although, why does that fireplace not look straight? Oh, because I didn't glue it on there, so that's why. Also because the fireplace isn't straight. All right, Santa's going at the very bottom at the very far end. The fireplace is going down at the bottom next to Santa. Glue that on right there, because that's pretty much the only place it can go on here. Hopefully mean, yes, we can see Santa's face. Why do I keep not getting that straight? And it is down. We are out of luck. It's a cockeyed fireplace. Oh, I think I'm gonna round corners. I'm gonna grab a tab, and then I kind of want some kind of banner across the top, I think. So let's see what I've got. This is this year's Layers and Paper Dolls. Here it is. A Joyous Christmas. Oh yeah, that'll work perfect right there. Okay, let's glue that on. Then get another one of the Angela Kerr tabs. That one. Actually, I think, can I squeeze it underneath here somewhere? Yeah, I think I like that idea better. All right, let's fold it in half, ink the edges. Now let's bring our cover back over, glue our window on. Just put it down far enough that my corners aren't peeking over the top of my house. Use my Fabri-Tac, which I apparently didn't put the lid back on, so probably going to be a pain in my neck. And oop, that's not glued yet. All right, I'm going to grab a couple clamps and clamp it on and leave this to sit for a little while since it really needs to get dry so that we can put Santa in. So I'm going to leave that, let it sit for a little while, let it dry completely, and then we'll come back and put Santa in the pocket and do the finishing touches on the cover. So I'll be back. Okay, so we've got just a couple finishing touches on this cover page, and then I think I'm going to call this project done, at least for now. So I futzed around trying to figure out what my original arrangement was and couldn't figure out what my original thought process was. So I pulled out another thing of the holly branches and figured do that as a garland across the front of the door, and then we'll put the most wonderful time of year at the bottom. So let's go ahead and glue that on. And I did go ahead off camera and scruff up all of the edges on all of our pages. And let's do a flip through. So we've got our front cover with our pull-out tag with Santa. And we've got squishy fabric pocket with a squishy fabric tag in it. Then we've got our flip open double belly bands. We got a belly band there and a belly band there, and then back here we've got another belly band. And then we've got this little cutie with her Christmas tree tag behind her. I really like the stitching on this page, like it shows up really well. Oh, we just got the fabric cluster on this page. I may end up putting something else on here eventually, but for now, it's done. Then we've got, whoops, this flip out with journaling space and a pocket. And I just stuck a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera in to show that it's a pocket. I may kind of like this piece, so I may end up doing some more stuff to this and have this go in this pocket. And then we've got our pocket tag gentleman over here. And again, I just grabbed a piece of the ephemera to stick in that pocket. We've got, oh, I forgot he gets something behind him. Forgot he had a tuck spot behind. So we'll just stick that there for now. And then again, we got a vellum pocket and it needs something to live in it permanently. And again, I'm just tucking some ephemera in to the pockets for now for demonstrative purposes. And then the tuck spot of our jingle bells. So there's our house-shaped fabric journal, and I had fun making it, and I like the fluffiness of the sides now, and I really like how it came out. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting.